Would be good. Great, thanks, Adam.
Yep. I'll see if Polly signs in or not. Go
I
ahead.
know she's back from,
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought she didn't ask me to do a Zoom, so I was assuming she'd be back. All right, well, thanks everybody for coming to our ECC meeting.
There she is. She's zooming.
Hey, Polly.
Hi, folks.
Okay, can you hear us?
I don't think I'm on mute, am I? No.
Nope.
No.
Nope, she's good. You can hear us, Polly?
Yes.
Oh,
Perfect. Success, Adam, success. 100%. That's right, last week we did. The meeting minutes for March, Beth did those for March, really good meeting minutes.
Thank you.
A lot of information there. Anybody have any comments or?
Nope.
Okay. I think you sent them to Veronica already, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah, okay, good. The recording secretary for April, Kathy volunteered to do that, and I'm sending around a list. If anybody else wants to sign up for the other months, that would be great. Just so we have somebody available. I just have one update really as far as approvals for our monthly engagement articles. Before I get to that, the recording secretary, Adam had developed a little checklist, so to speak, with form for meeting minutes. So I sent that around to everybody. If anybody wants to use that, just as a tickler reminder what to use for meeting minutes, that's an easy thing to do. Yeah, template. I mean, you can if you want to, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it kind of has the information you need to use for the meeting minutes. As far as updates, everybody knows we're going to start doing the monthly engagement articles or quasi-monthly engagement articles. And I know, Martha, you've already written one.
Yeah,
I think you said,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Did it go on the
Yeah.
website?
Yeah.
Did it get
Yeah.
posted?
I shared it on Facebook.
Okay, good, good. I didn't look at it today, so I wasn't sure.
And spread far and wide.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only reason I'm doing it.
So I think we have a blanket approval, but I might check again next month with Tom just to make sure. But when I sent him the email about the approvals, I had it with something else, I think, for the poster for the Earth Day, and he said, yeah, that looks good. So I don't know if he meant for everything or just the poster or, so I might follow up with him next month or whatever, but I think we have blanket approval to do these. So that's good. So that's all I had on the updates. Again, the community engagement articles, I think will be a good addition to our website.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
No.
Oh, okay. As far as I know, there's no new business. I haven't been requested to look at anything for us to look at anything, so no new business there. So we'll go into the continuing business. One of the things I just wanted to mention is I think it was the last time, back in January, actually, I think we talked about the submittal process of how we're going to do contests and stuff. And we kind of went around and saying, okay, maybe all the pictures and things that are submitted should come to me as a chair, and then we can vote on them, give them to Veronica to post or whatever. And so we sent that information to Veronica, but she said that's fine, we can do it that way, but she's got a system already set up that really did work. It's just that there was a little I guess glitch the last time that we did it. So looking at that and what I would need to do is, it depends if we get like 2 pictures or something or 50 pictures, put them all in Google Drive and put them back to her. And I'll admit, I don't actually use a computer, I use an iPad and it's not as always easy to do those things. So with Veronica saying it should work the way she had it set up, I decided let's continue to go that route for now to see how it works for this next contest, for the photography contest. And so I put down in the bottom the process, the contest submittal process on the bottom of the agenda. And basically, and I think we sent that out in the email to everybody too. But for example, if Adam develops a contest, he would send it to Veronica with the information, the poster, or whatever needs to be posted, and then copy me. And one of the reasons I want to copy me is that I can kind of follow. If I don't see it a week or two, then I can follow. Whereas if somebody just does it on their own and if they get busy, then nobody's following up. So, and then she'll post it as long as it's approved by the town, which I'll get that approval. We talked about that. And then along with that, we'll just send a quick text to Veronica to say that we sent her something, just, in case she doesn't, like everybody, you get a ton of emails and it might get lost in the shuffle or go to spam.
Right.
Some things go to spam even though they shouldn't, right? So send her a text saying that, we sent her an email. And then when the submissions come in, they're gonna go to the town's Gmail account, just like they had been. And then Veronica will consolidate all those things, put them on the website or put them somehow in Google Drive so that we can vote on it, whatever needs to be done. So that's really the process. Again, I think there was a little glitch last time because we sent the email, the stuff to her, but somehow it got lost in the shuffle and, these things happen. And so we'll give this another shot and see how it works and hopefully it works out good and we can continue that process. Cause I think it'll be easier since everything's kind of set up with Veronica versus trying to add me into the mix and stuff.
It's starting to get a little level heavy.
Right, yeah. And I can just see with all the if we get a lot of submissions that it's like I'm trying to, like you say, sometimes I don't have hard enough time getting the agenda out where everybody can read it. I should invest in the computer. So anyhow, that's kind of the posting submittal process. As far as the photography contest, that's been posted on the website.
Yep.
Looks good. I don't know if we have any submittals yet, but.
It's open until April 26th.
Yeah.
So
And then everybody can share that if they want on their own Facebook post. I haven't shared yet. I was waiting till after this meeting to share both Earth Day and that, just so it's not too soon, so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle with people, but it would be good if you could share it in your normal.
Yeah, sure.
And then communication, that was really about it with the communication, is just doing the sharing in your Facebook, and if you want to do the neighbors group, like for Earth Day and things like that, that would be great. So that's all I had on the project updates, and then the next one was Earth Day, which is kind of the biggest one. I thought probably most of our time would be spent tonight looking at that, so I'll turn it over to Martha.
Yeah. I think we're in really good shape. We've got everything all lined up. I will go through my list, just to make sure everyone's up to speed. We'll start with the tree order.
Yep,
Trees-
coming in, being delivered. We're all good. They'll be
And-
delivered to me probably next week.
Oh, all right.
Well, because that's when our free pickup is coming, and I don't mind free pickup. And I can hold them until then, so.
Oh, all right. And that's not a problem with the trees themselves.
No, we'll keep them cold.
Oh,
We know
all
what
right.
we're doing.
I figured you would.
If anybody does.
And the free delivery is just killer, so. I don't want to drive out there and get them, so.
Yeah.
No, and Julie Liebman from Rocking Horse is headed that way anyway. So she volunteered to come go get them. She's
Oh,
picking up
wow.
her stuff, so she's picking up ours. It's the way the Christmas tree business works. We're weird.
Yeah. I know.
yeah.
I mean, we're picking up Chuck Hafner's stuff, and we all do this. So Julie
right.
asked if I was getting anything from Meadowview, and I said the town was. So she'll get them.
Great. Great.
Yep.
And the planting instructions, so you usually,
Yeah.
I mean, that's wash, rinse, repeat, isn't it?
what?
Yeah.
We've done that before, so it's just wash, rinse, repeat.
The
As far as the
planting
plant-
instructions
yeah.
could be, yeah.
So normally Nikki, I think, prints off a whole bunch of those and stuff,
Okay.
right?
Now
Where
she
we-
knows she needs to do that.
Trees.
Right, are they Norway spruce? Is that what we're getting?
In Norway,
Yep.
yeah.
I didn't send
Bundles
those
of 5,
to
right?
Nikki.
Mhm.
So 100
Mhm.
instruction sheets.
100.
Sounds good.
Okay. Beth,
Did you talk to her? Okay.
Donuts. Oh,
Oops. Where'd I
Uh,
go?
He didn't respond to you either, because he didn't respond to me, Wilder.
No,
Okay, so I gotta follow up with him. I know he's planning on doing it, because he's told the kids, my daughter's in
Oh.
National Honor Society. And when I had initially talked to him, he said, yes, well, they would get the donuts and coffee
okay,
to sell.
okay.
There's no more Girl Scout cookies left, because I know we initially were gonna do the
Hmm.
Girl Scouts, but
Yeah, I
they
noticed that their
donated.
sale was over
Yeah,
for the year.
yeah.
What about keeping the coffee hot or coffee early, the equipment that you need to into them?
That's a great question, because I wasn't sure how he's gonna do that, if he's gonna get, like, I know Dunkin' Donuts does the
Boxes, yeah.
box.
Keep things warm though.
Mm-mm.
Right, it
Yeah.
doesn't stay warm unless it's a 3 hour event, so.
And that's gonna be outside? The coffee will be set outside?
No, everything will be inside again.
Yeah, I've got a big 40, 60, I don't know how many cup,
I haven't
but you
heard,
plug it in.
yeah,
you know,
me
you can-
too.
you can just dump that in.
there.
Yeah, and we've got
Yeah.
plugs in here, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got one too.
Yeah, I just have a little one. I mean, I don't know if they want to do, like, I just have a little one. I like,
Yeah, I have a couple of.
Hot
I don't
water,
really actually
tea.
know what's.
Yeah, you can see what size or how much Peter is thinking of getting.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll make sure that I bring that great big one.
Yeah, for what to tell Peter about our volume, I mean, we
Yeah.
always get rid of the trees and there's 500 trees, there's 100 people anyway, but not, who knows how
You're gonna buy
many are gonna buy any car.
Right, yeah,
50,
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
account for 50.
account for 50,
Yeah.
okay, right, because kids aren't gonna, yeah. 50,
we'll run out, we'll run out.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe take that 60.
right, right, same.
Yeah. It's a lug I brought last year.
and stand as another 50.
We'll go up to 50,
Yeah, I think so,
the tiny thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true, it is early in the morning, yeah.
Chit-chat.
And if it's support, what is it supporting?
National Honor Society
Yeah,
for.
so people like to do that as a support thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure National Honor Society at Fabius Mountain.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna split their group, so half will be selling the coffee and donuts, the other half will do the rock painting
Okay, great,
with the kids, yeah.
wonderful. And I know you. got
And
a
I have
bunch of
that stuff.
supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Craig's gonna get the rocks, right? Right?
Is that?
Still- Remember he said he's
I'll
gonna get
put
the-
in the text group, Craig, bring 50 size drops.
Thank you. Yeah, because I have the paint brushes and the.
Yeah, we better follow up on that to make sure that he brings.
It has to be clean,
Right, right,
to be kind of flat.
you're right.
We went through this before and it
I
was
know.
rolling in his eyes. I didn't know if he was really buying into it.
I almost bought them on Amazon just because.
We'll see what he says. I'll text him tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll see.
because we still have time to get them on Amazon if we
Yeah,
need to.
Yeah.
Right, right. Go to Amazon, buy a box of rocks. And, okay, great. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, yeah, it's trying to, trying to contact him because he's so. But no, I will, and plus Holly, my daughter's in a couple of his classes, so like, tell him to call me or email me back.
Put a note
So I'll
on your
email
homework and see if he actually reads. the
Yeah.
homework.
All right, so the flyers on the website. And it looks great.
Mhm.
It does.
And, battery seeds, get all that on
Yep.
control. Great. I told, Teresa to place the signs around town starting April 7th,
Okay.
which is almost 3 full weeks. So I thought that was a good
Yeah.
window. Not too short, not too
Did she
long.
order more signs? Did we
Yeah,
get more
she
signs?
did
Okay,
order. She had the old ones modified.
yeah, okay, good. So she had the budget money
She
someplace.
had the budget money.
Perfect.
All under control, and she's got the shredding and the tires and the electronics and the all under control as well. Polly,
What?
doubts?
What?
You snap at me.
Well, I can barely hear all of you, so I'm kind of like drifty. And all of a sudden I heard my name and I went, what?
Scouts, the scouts and bottles and cans.
All right, I'll make a note to myself to call Donnie. He'll
Okay.
probably think I need to have something repaired, so he'll probably answer. All right, Don Chrysler. He said yes last time. Bottles and cans. And so, but knowing Don, I probably have to remind him again.
Okay.
What time do you want him here?
The thing goes 9 to 12.
9 to 12. I knew it was 9, but I thought maybe you wanted him here at like 8:30.
Setup starts at 8. So whenever he feels like he needs whatever time he
Yep.
feels like he needs.
Yep.
Yeah. Between 8 and
Okay.
9, run them there before people start coming, yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't, it really doesn't pay to talk to Don too far in advance.
Right.
Better to get him closer to the time. Now is time. So I will have, as a matter of fact, I'll have Ed call him and that will get his response even faster. He'll think we need something fixed. So
Ask him if he needs anything like a bin,
tables,
a table, garbage bags, whatever he's gonna be.
okay,
Putting the
I'll
big-
ask him. I will get his response and I'll put it on that group email-y thing or text message thing. Okay.
Perfect.
And I'm realizing that people.
I mean, he said yes, I just don't. But I also know Don. So I need to get a yes very close to the date to
Yeah,
make sure that's a firm yes.
okay.
Okay.
I'm just realizing that we aren't really publicizing that aspect, so people might see the flyer and it might not register with them that they should be saving their bottles and cans.
I can
Well-
reshare the community group page
Yeah,
with that note on it, and say we're a couple weeks out. Start saving your bottles and cans to bring for Boy Scouts.
yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna share it on what?
There's a Families of FP Facebook community group.
Oh,
We've been tag team, like he'll post and then a little bit later I'll post.
Yeah.
Do these guys need to bring tables or will there be tables here? I didn't think
there will
about that.
be tables here.
Okay,
Mr. Table
that's right.
Manager.
Okay.
So I'll be, and you don't need to have the tally for how many tables until, the day before or
I think
something.
we got 8 6-footers, but I'm gonna buy some more, so.
What you doing right now?
No.
Are you on Amazon?
Can you get some rocks over there?
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
Don't have to buy rock.
You got enough rocks in the lobby.
Yeah.
Right. What about like buckets and stuff? Did we get buckets last year for the trees? I forgot what we did, or did we just leave them out on the?
Nope, she handled everything.
You have, okay,
You got the trees totally on lock, right?
Yeah,
Trees are
yeah, not a problem. Bags, everything. We're good.
totally-
Not your problem.
good to hear.
And how about the baby goat?
I
Right.
have no clue. I'm still in Florida. I don't know what they're up to.
Oh,
I'm leaving Monday. We're headed home Monday.
Okay.
That is still in the theoretical.
I know.
Yeah.
I just like to ride you about it.
I know you do. We did have one in January and we're still playing Who's Your Daddy on that one. So, but we'll be traveling north starting Monday morning. So I will know more when I get there and hopefully they haven't started any hanky panky till I do. So we'll know.
The cat's away, that's when the mice.
Well,
play.
yes, but they do have a specific gestation range and hopefully I'm home before that shows up. So we do control that a little bit,
Okay.
actually a lot of bit, no lie. So too soon.
14, 15.
Right, the $28.
Just it's back.
Put it in your cart and save it for later.
You want 24 for 14.49, or do you want 40 for 20? 23.
Probably 40, to be
Yeah.
honest.
40.
Well, I mean, or I can get 2 of the other ones, so
What's the shipping on rocks?
I know.
I get free shipping, so.
Craig's gonna come through. It'll be
I'm
fine.
sure he will.
Yeah, they're really good rocks.
They're good ones.
Wow.
They fell out of my head. They're great. Sure.
So
We did a bunch of them. It's
that-
2 days,
and
it's
we'll
2
let you know
days, so
what
let me
Craig
know, and
said.
I'll run them through my Amazon account, I don't care. When I'm buying more tables,
Tables and rocks.
there you go.
I'll be letting you know how many groups are gonna need a table.
Oh, wait, here's the deal. 120 rocks for $16.
Wow,
I'm
that's,
in.
That
There you
is
go.
a steal for
That's
rock.
it.
One
Oh,
size-
that is such a good deal.
Steal.
what size are they? They're pebbles?
Right.
Do it yourself flat
Yeah,
smooth
right.
rocks for arts and craft.
There you go.
Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're saying you want me to buy them, that's what you're saying, isn't it? Want to be sure.
Oh, this is what we'd be doing at ECC.
Buy rocks, baby. Let me know, I'll add those to the cart, those are good. 120, they gotta find a decent one in there.
Should be 50 good ones. That's
As long as we're talking about tables, we, last year, we did a Friday afternoon setup, which worked out really well. 4 o'clock-ish on Friday, a few of us came over. We used tables, put signs up, put the flag out. So, I'll be here, a few other people.
What time?
What's
You
that,
said
like 4 o'clock?
4?
The day before?
The 25th.
Yeah. The raffle, Tony's gonna build a big house. And Stan, you're gonna offer something.
Mhm.
And Adam's gonna offer flowers subscription. And Polly, you're gonna do a gift certificate for the raffle?
Yes,
Okay, great.
yes.
Raffle all set.
And last year you brought
I'll
cafe
do,
cans in
yeah, I still have them.
and
so,
tickets or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll
Yeah,
do the cans, but
yeah, that worked out good. I think that was a nice little bonus.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah, I forgot about the cans and the ticket stubs. When we talked about adding to the raffle entry, I give permission to post my name on the town website if I win. Yes, no.
is that for the photo contest?
No, that was for the raffle. We're just
Okay.
gonna post on, we won the raffle.
Gotcha. Put that note on there.
Okay, great, thanks.
Did we post winners on them?
I don't think so.
We
We just
didn't,
texted them, because their cell phone number goes on there.
Right,
We just
right.
texted the big one.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we didn't post it last. Sorry about not having your permission.
yeah, yeah. I didn't think we could do.
It's fine.
I will, you asked me last time about observation height or the observation height.
Oh, yeah, the
Right.
bees, yeah.
And I'm not sure I'm gonna have
Any bees?
enough bees. Well, I might have some, but I'm not sure I have enough. But Polly said.
Uh-oh.
That you were thinking of asking Ray for bees, maybe because he puts hives on your property?
Yeah, I think and then I promptly forgot to ask him, but I can, I wish I took better notes. Okay,
I think he's probably got a few more bees than I do. He has hundreds of hives.
he does. But I know he doesn't have a glass hive.
He has an observation hive though.
He wanted a what?
He has an observation hive.
I don't know. I thought,
He does, because he offered it to me,
oh, okay.
but
I will send him an email tonight.
only have a couple eyes.
I'll ask Ray. I'll give him all the particulars.
Okay, yeah, you can bring that Friday night too,
Okay,
and then just, they'll be fine for one night.
okay.
That's
I have a
fine.
big list now.
Glad you
I'm
called
a
in.
little more organized because I'm packing up to go home, so stuff is really obvious now, instead of getting lost in the shuffle of taxes.
So I made signs for the, raffle
Oh, good.
and for the, trees. I'm just gonna cut the bottom off of it. I think. So bad with using any software to try and make anything. I just couldn't even figure out how not to print. All that nonsense, I'm just gonna cut it off. But that's just free stuff, that letting people know what they can do. Those two tables, and I'm gonna also make a sign, I guess, to hang on the metal detector that says, come on in for more stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, so that
Mhm.
people know there's stuff in here, because, yeah,
Yeah. What should I say? Come on in for more, just come on in for more.
more exhibits inside or
More
something.
exhibits
Yeah.
inside there.
Enter at your own risk.
Exhibits
Gotta get all the
inside.
kids in anyhow.
Right. It's like, don't push the red button, all these.
Yeah, right.
I also brought a bunch of copies of this. I thought people could, if anybody can think of someplace they can post it. I can post it, but a lot of people see it, but if you can think of any place you could post it, I brought some extra copies.
We'll definitely leave one on the counter here for Nikki to put, just to know.
Okay.
I think there's one on the-
There's one on the.
Is there one up front
In
already?
the bulletin. Yeah.
Bulletin board, so it's on the front of it. It's a good idea.
It's okay to post them near the town, but outside the town, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I heard that the Aaron can't come either, the stormwater
Oh, the
folks.
stormwater table, yeah, because of, party for the planet at the zoo.
Yeah.
Mm.
The same day.
Yeah, it's too bad, because kids like that one, they play with water,
Party for the planet's bigger than us.
Yeah. No, it's like you come and you make a
Right.
commitment and you go,
Yeah.
and that's what I told them.
Okay, traffic cones, I guess we can do the traffic cones the night before too.
Sure.
Figure out,
Yeah,
figure out our traffic pattern.
yeah,
The, EVs are gonna go here in front of the oxen,
okay. Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
Do you know if-
More visibility.
Teresa did enter only, exit only signs or supply.
I don't think so, I didn't talk. That's it.
That's it.
That's a lot. And that's it. I think we're all set up. We've got all our usual tablers minus. Stormwater. Audubon at the last minute contacted me and said they got a volunteer to do it, so Audubon is rejoining us.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Another country heard from her. Yeah, her name is Michelle Nelly, so she'll be tabling with, they might combine with habitat gardeners again. Everybody's.
Okay.
Yep,
Well, if there's something that comes up between now and then, of course,
okay, yeah,
let us all know
for sure. Sure.
if you need some.
And showing up at 8 is helpful that morning.
Yeah,
to,
definitely.
Help with all the whatever.
Yeah. Sounds great. Okay.
And I will get table count to you. You know, the last.
I can bring them all up. It's only 6 or 8 of them. So we had last year.
Yeah,
I did a few more.
We'll probably have to stack all these chairs and stuff and having.
yeah, that's what we did on Friday too. It's a lot of chair,
Yeah,
chair stacking.
Yeah, these chairs are a lot larger though. They don't,
yeah.
I wonder if they would open up one of the offices and can move them in. Right.
They save us more room, yeah.
Yeah, these don't stack.
They stack, but they are, because when they had them in here, there was like, they were tall.
Yeah.
Stacks, but
Bulky.
yeah, bulky, but you're right, it would be nice if they could stick them in it.
That's also a desk that was not here last year,
Oh,
Right,
in
yeah,
the corner, so that's something else to
gosh, that's right.
ask about or figure out where we can move it to, or just slide it against the wall and take the roller chair out of the way.
If it's
Mhm. Yeah,
a decent size, we can use it for someone who only needs a small table.
Yeah.
Unless it's a weird shape.
right, we'll probably need to ask those questions before that Friday, because Friday the office is closed here, right?
Yeah,
So we'll need to know beforehand. So Martha, if you want to ask somebody about the office,
We can use this, we can use that, we did that last year, we used that for a table.
Yeah.
We can use this doubled up.
Is it somebody's desk though?
I think it was the Alma's, was, I don't know if I don't think she's still working.
No.
she's Nikki's filming.
Oh, is she?
When Nikki
Okay.
can't make it.
Yeah,
Just drop them off paperwork, I'm assuming it's closed.
I think we can use this for a
I don't
table.
know if anyone's here. Town clerk.
No, I got to be mailed in, we're just gonna.
There we go.
Yeah.
so yeah, if you want to contact Nikki or anybody about leaving one of the offices open, maybe do it before that Friday, just to,
Yeah,
since they won't be here on Friday.
yeah, we didn't have. I was gonna say, we don't use back here, but there's a lot of chairs back here already.
Right,
We
we
use
didn't,
this whole space, but
Yeah.
that won't accommodate all those big things. So.
anything else on that, Martha?
No.
Or anybody on Earth Day?
We talked about collecting votes for the photo contest on Earth Day.
Oh, right, yes, yeah,
So,
right, because they have to submit them by the 18th, right? Is that what the date was?
the 20th, this is the 18th.
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Look it up real quick. Yeah, 18th. So I will check with Veronica, see what was submitted by them.
Yeah,
Depending on how many entries there are, I'll print out a 1-page size of each of the submissions,
okay,
and we'll either do like those little round, like garage sale stickers. People can take a sticker off, and just add it to whatever,
Oh,
like a
okay.
side panel on the photo, and they can just stick a sticker on
yeah, that's a
their
good
favorite
idea.
one, and
Whoever's got the most stickers,
yeah.
Okay, right.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Oh, so just a clarification, because I wrote down that the photo contest is posted on the town website now, and it was open until 4/26, so I must have misheard something there.
Open until the 18th,
Okay.
voting
to
will be on the
It's
26th.
gonna be on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they can submit them till the 18th,
Right.
okay.
And that gave us a few days to collect them from Veronica, get them printed
Okay.
out and organized.
Yeah.
for-
And can our families
Sure.
submit?
Yeah.
Can we submit? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because really, theoretically, the community that's gonna vote on it,
okay,
Right.
right?
so we can
It's-
submit,
yeah,
okay,
we-
awesome.
Do we want to put the person's name on the photo while it's displayed? Or just,
Oh, no.
okay.
No, Do we know who's right?
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow I have a key.
okay.
Right.
Now, I didn't know, like, I know we say on the poster that it has to be pictures in the town of Pompey.
Mhm.
I don't know if we said anything about being a resident of the town of Pompey. Which I think before for the other ones we did. I didn't see that until I started looking at the only reason I noticed that is because the snowman contest. The person that theoretically won was not in the town of Pompey, so.
Really? Okay.
So, yeah. So that was all.
What, were they a Lafayette resident or was just that was just their address?
I don't know.
Cause like mine's a Manlius address, cause we don't,
I have a Fabius address and I know a friend of mine has a Lafayette address and she lives in Fabius. So,
I looked at the address and the address was on the other side of 81.
gotcha.
oh crap.
So, it's- yeah.
We could be better about following up on addresses.
Well, they don't, yeah, right. I mean, you don't know until somebody submits it, what the address is.
Right.
So, yeah.
The poster does not say you have to be a town of Pompey resident. It just has to say the photo has to
Yeah.
be taken.
I think that's fine too. I just, yeah, yeah. We'll see how many we get and
Right.
worry about,
If it becomes,
what about the next contest, if it's an issue.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was my last thing was just photo contest voting.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up because, where will we post those, you think? Depends on how many we have.
Yeah, we'll see how many we have and make a decision.
Yeah.
Because if it's 4 of them,
Right.
my spot, if it's 30, we'll figure something out.
Right, yeah,
Find a bigger spot.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you never know, even the highway garage might have a sheet of plywood or something. we can
Right.
Put them on or something and put out.
Yeah.
Here or something. I know it's not real pretty, probably sheet of.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I know you're looking at me like a sheet of plywood, what are you, man? But
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
There you
It's
go.
being- Yeah. Right.
We could have the Girl Scouts paint it.
Right. Well, yeah. We can have it painted.
Okay, thanks, man.
Actually, there's an easel right there, so if we do.
There is,
I've
that's right,
I've
yeah.
got a couple of easels too. I know you said. you
Yeah,
had-
I've got
I've
some,
got-
Yeah, just get some postable.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time. by
Yeah,
the
well,
18th.
right.
We'll see how many there are and go from there.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. All right, anything more on Earth Day or? Tiger?
Not for me.
Okay, great, thanks. Cell towers, I know you gave a pretty lengthy description last week. I don't know if they or not last week, last month.
the only thing I've done is I did meet with them. Bureau.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the code enforcement officer talked and he was interested in what I had to say, but we didn't really get into depth. So, he's just kind of overwhelmed with the position that he's in right now. Just trying to stay up on a lot of stuff that according to him hadn't gotten done in the past. Doing a lot of catch-up stuff, so I said, well, someday I'd like to sit down and talk with you because we've got a few cell towers up there that need to be decommissioned and they're not in use, and so
Yeah,
that was about it.
okay. Good, thanks, Dan. Well, yeah, no, it's good you keep everything.
Well, I
going.
live there, and so, I mean, there's no new activity, I mean, I can report that, so there's no new
Yeah.
activity, it's just, there's some stuff there that should probably come down. Something should happen.
Somehow address it,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, thanks, Sam. Community engagement, I think right now we're doing a bunch of things between the contests and the
Yeah.
photography and Earth Day and stuff, so I think we're good there. I added in their open discussion beyond plastics, Martha, if you want to just mention that to. That one. I think it was like, this organization wants towns and government agencies to commit to, or like kind of
Endorse.
endorse using less single-use plastics like bags and straws. I don't know what single-use plastics are.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, all kinds of food containers.
all kind of food,
Like
yeah,
fast food
yeah,
containers. straws,
Yeah.
Plastic, all kinds of plastic.
yeah. I looked at it. I wasn't just sure if that's something the ECC would do. I don't know if that's,
If I'm remembering, and I didn't freshen my memory before I came over because. I just didn't.
At least you could still remember.
Well, if I freshen my memory.
Wish I could hit a reset button and freshen it up.
I have the email. if you want me to- Someplace.
If I'm remembering, it's a nonprofit that's pushing for a state law that would control what kinds of that would try and decrease the amount of single-use plastics that are used in fast food, all kinds of packaging, straws, etc.
Like when they've done styrofoam bans or
Yeah,
plastic bans, yeah.
So this is some kind of law like that, and there's a nonprofit. In New York State, there's a nonprofit that's pushing hard for that legislation to move forward to the state legislature. And one of their strategies is to get municipality bodies like town council to endorse the legislation. So that lets the state know, that lets the legislature know that this town, this town council liked it, that town council
Yeah,
liked it,
their support
this
for it.
mayor liked it, to build support for the legislation. And so what we would do as a committee would be present it somehow to the town council and see if the town council would be willing to endorse the legislation.
Yeah, because it sounds like this, what they're looking for is pass a local resolution to support the packaging reduction and recycling infrastructure act.
Right.
So to pass a local resolution. I think if we wanted to do that, probably make a presentation to the board, town board.
When I got a supervisor.
Do they have
Yeah.
a template resolution? Or would we have to put one together? And we should present a resolution to the board with the presentation.
Maybe
So
there's a template.
that would be good.
That would
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see one in this, but there might be one, yeah. This is just provide a sample resolution language.
Yeah, so I think that
Sorry.
that might not be a hard piece. It's just a matter of getting a presentation.
Yeah. I know that's something we want to do, or I don't know if that's in our purview or not as an ECC to support resolutions and stuff. I mean, because our charge is kind of to do what the board wants us to do. The planning, specifically the planning board or the town supervisor. So I don't, I mean,
But
I'm not saying we can't do it, but I just,
maybe, say Martha would go and make the presentation as a resident and said, the ECC supports this. I spoke to them. I don't know. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's,
yeah.
that's one way to get
that'd be
around
one way
it.
to- Right, right, and see if they would want us to draft something up. Yeah, that's a possibility, yeah. Say
I
that.
don't think it's too far outside of our purview because
No,
if the
but-
planning board hands
yeah.
something down to us, they're asking for our opinion on
Right.
it. And do we just because the source happened to come from outside the planning board, just as they put on their radar, obviously it's their decision
They
to
were,
pass or not pass the resolution,
right,
but I don't think it's inappropriate to pass it up the ladder,
Yeah.
so to speak, and let them decide on it.
You know, when you think about it, I mean, it's advising them.
Right.
Right.
And that is the
Yeah.
role.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Plastic pollution is an issue in every town on
Oh,
earth,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's like I'm
not
picking it up
something-
out of my ditches on
Oh,
the highway.
yeah, you're telling me.
And it's in our water, it's in our air, it's in the plant life and the animal life. These
Yeah.
nanoplastics, the plastic pollution is everywhere.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't get addressed like it's everywhere. It gets addressed like it's single issues here. It's like, let's not use single-use bags at Wegmans anymore because they get stuck in trees. So then but the health issue for every town resident is already there. Might not get talked about, but these nanoplastics are everywhere.
Mhm.
So it is a town, it's a town ecology issue.
What was the latest biopsies they did? There was a half a teaspoon or something of microplastics in every brain that they did an autopsy.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, lovely, that sounds such,
yeah, like not, micrograms, like measurable, visible amounts of total microplastics in organs.
Amazing,
So,
In our bodies.
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Well, is that
Anyway.
something you'd be interested in doing, Martha, or?
Right.
On that note.
I'll think about it.
Okay,
Think about it. It means getting more acquainted with it and getting a presentation together and being prepared to answer questions.
yes.
And it had to be after Earth Day.
Oh, right, right. I mean, I don't know if there was any deadline. It doesn't seem so.
Well,
Yeah.
they're pushing it probably for this legislative session, which goes till.
It sounds about right. And then they're off for the rest of the year. What a job. Right? But anyhow, yes. Okay, well, yeah, think about it and,
Yeah,
yeah. All right, that's all I had. And anything else in open discussion, anybody? Anything else anybody wants to talk about? What we should talk about or bring up or?
Yeah, but I guess just quick, and it's sort of in line with Earth Day. So one of the things that I was reminded about this, when I used to live in DeWitt would do a town-wide garbage pickup. And you register and they give you bags and stickers and you tell them where you're gonna be picking up
Oh.
garbage, and then the highway department comes and picks up the garbage. Now, we used to go out and we used to do it as family, and I volunteer for the food pantry, and I was talking with them today. We're gonna go do just a piece of property around the food pantry this. And it'd be a bad thing to broach maybe with the town of Pompey. I know that they don't have quite a number of staff, but I don't know how much it takes really to drive down a couple of main roads and pick up some garbage. I mean, is that something that, obviously not this year, but that we
Right.
might want to think about proposing to
Yeah.
the town? I mean, it's a great thing, and God knows, there's so many open places, and there's so much junk blowing around out there right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know?
It's citizens do it, not the
Mhm, yeah.
town, right? Yeah, they just bring it back to the town with the sticker so they can dispose of it.
Or they have it at like a,
Collection point.
yeah, so they know where
Yeah.
you're gonna be working, and then you leave the bags and they come and get them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if there was a cleanup at the cemetery.
Right.
You just
Right.
register to say, by 1 o'clock, send a truck over to pick up the bags we're gonna leave on the corner
Yeah.
of 20 and Cemetery Road.
yeah.
So basically you register a location.
I was gonna say it has to be organized and so that, like, you just don't go do it. People
Yeah,
go in a
if it-
certain
if it's
area.
organized,
Yeah,
it-
yeah,
It works better, yeah.
yeah. Well, we could probably, yeah, we could maybe do that as part of Earth Day next year. Yeah, like
something
say it's
to
kind of
think
late this
about,
year, but
maybe.
yeah.
The soft lead into that, we have advertised, is that the town will take just trash bags that day during Earth Day to the
Oh, you can
dumpster.
bring them here.
Yeah, like do a cleanup by noon.
Oh, really?
Bring your
Okay.
trash bag here
Okay,
and toss
so
it.
maybe that's more in line with what this town could actually handle, given the
Right.
size of the highway
Right. Is
department.
that on
I
here?
think that is on there.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, I'm not just.
Yes.
Make it up.
Yeah, trash bags from
Yeah.
Earth Day, we're picking up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no, that's good. Maybe what we could do next year is somehow promote that differently or more wider or something to do, somehow to
Get
promote
more
it.
people
More people
to,
to clean up, say.
yeah, do some more, like,
if there's a group or a location that wants to be done, we can invite them to let us know and we'll advertise, hey, there will be a group on
Right,
this street. If you want to join, here's that person's contact number.
right,
Help
right.
facilitate group formation.
We can even send something on early, like in January, to ask for volunteers for different areas and see if people
Yeah.
want to do like
Yeah, that's,
something. And then, like you say, then we can advertise, like, if you want to join this group, they're gonna be cleaning up the cemetery, they're gonna be cleaning up Pompey Hamlet or something like that. Clean up the golf course.
Yeah.
There's enough stuff out there.
I know in my road, there's all sorts of beer cans and stuff on there. They clean them up and about 2 weeks later, they come back.
little bottles.
Oh, yeah, what's for that,
I was
right?
looking at so many.
It's either that or like a 3 liter thing.
Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Someone really went that.
Yeah.
Scary.
So many of these.
Yeah.
So many.
I don't know how we're gonna remember this for next year, but write it down the main notes. All right, anything else? Any other ideas, suggestions? If not, our next meeting is May 1st. How about that? May Day, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same place, same time. Thanks, Molly.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, Paulie.
Yeah,
Take care,
safe
Paul.
Bye.
Bye.